Dr. D. Karunakar, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government Degree College, Sadasupet. Today, my topic is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are biologically important compounds. These are most abundantly present in living organism. These are produced by photosynthesis reaction. The photosynthesis is a endothermic reductive condensation of carbon dioxide requiring light energy and the pigment chlorophyll. This is the photosynthesis reaction. Carbon dioxide react with water molecule in the presence of sunlight, in the presence of chlorophyll. Carbohydrates are formed. This is the main key reaction for existence of living organism. The carbohydrate general formula is CnH2O taken N. Its formula is resemble with the hydrates of carbon. Initially, the scientists feel carbohydrates are hydrates of carbon, but some of the compounds, for example, acetic acid, its formula is resemble with CnH2O taken N, but it is not carbohydrate. Later they changed the definition. Carbohydrates are used as mainly the energy resources in living organisms. These have very important role in living organism. These also used for the structural material. It is present in DNA and RNA. Simply these called sugars and non-sugars. Carbohydrates contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Later, the definition of carbohydrates is changed as these are the polyhydroxy optical active carbonyl compounds. Carbohydrate possess hydroxy groups. These have asymmetric carbons. The simple carbohydrates are glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone. It possesses aldehyde functional group. The dihydroxyacetone possesses keto functional group. Methods of classification. We can classify in different types. One type of classification is based on the carbohydrates on hydrolysis gives monosaccharides, or it degrades to small units. Depending upon the hydrolysis of carbohydrates, we classify as monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Carbohydrates which do not give small units on a hydrolysis, that are monosaccharides. Example, glucose and fructose. Those carbohydrates gives two monosaccharide units on hydrolysis, that are disaccharides. Example, sucrose. Those carbohydrates on a hydrolysis gives 3 to 6 monosaccharide units, that are oligosaccharides. Those carbohydrates on hydrolysis gives more than 7 or more than 7 monosaccharide units, that are polysaccharides. Example, starch, cellulose, glycogen. Depending upon the hydrolysis, how many small units are produced by carbohydrates, based on that the carbohydrates classified monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. This is another method of classification. It depends upon the number of carbons present in carbohydrates. The carbohydrate have 3 carbons in its structure. These are called as triose. If the carbohydrate possesses 4 carbons, it is called as tetrose. If carbohydrate possesses 5 carbons, that is called as pentose. If 6 carbons are there, that is called hexose. This classification depends upon the number of carbons present in carbohydrate. This is another type of classification. It is depend upon the present functional group. Suppose the carbohydrate possesses aldehyde functional group, that is called as aldose. If the carbohydrate possesses ketone functional group, that considered as ketose. See, glucose belongs to aldose, fructose belongs to ketose. Carbohydrates which possess aldehyde functional group, that are aldose. Aldehydes which possess ketone functional group, that are called ketones. Now the stereo configuration of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates possess asymmetric carbons. When asymmetric carbon is present, we specifically mention the configuration. The configuration mentioned that belongs to a relative configuration, that is not absolute configuration. The relative configuration of the carbohydrate is mentioned with respect glyceraldehyde. Generally, the carbohydrate possesses more than one stereo centers. For consideration of stereo configuration, we take the configuration of last asymmetric carbon. The last asymmetric carbon configuration in carbohydrate, the OH possesses right side, that belongs to D series. In carbohydrate, in the last asymmetric carbon, the OH functional group present left side, that belongs to L series. This relative configuration is expressed by taking glyceraldehyde as a reference. See, the glyceraldehyde, it possesses one asymmetric carbon. The OH present right side is D-glyceraldehyde. Here, glyceraldehyde, the OH present left side, that L-glyceraldehyde. If the configuration of carbohydrates is resemble with D-glyceraldehyde, we consider the configuration of last stereo center, that belong to D6. If the carbohydrate that resemble with L-glyceraldehyde configuration, that belongs to L series. In this way, we mention the stereo configuration of carbohydrates. Here we are taking glyceraldehyde as a reference. Now the straight chain structure of glucose. Glucose present in large amount in fruits. See, the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. When glucose reacts with acetic anhydride, it forms glucose pentaacetate. See, this is a glucose C6H12O6. When it treats with acetic anhydride, it gives glucose pentaacetate. It indicates the glucose molecule possesses 5 OH groups. It possesses 5 OH groups, that's why it forms glucose pentaacetate. Generally, molecule have a acidic or active hydrogen. In that case, the hydrogen is replaced by acetyl group in acetylation. On acetylation of glucose, the 5 hydrogens are replaced by acetyl groups. By this reaction, the glucose possesses 5 we can confirm glucose possesses 5 hydroxy groups. When generally the OH functional groups, NH2 functional groups react with acetic anhydride to form the acetyl derivative. Aromatic hydrogens also undergo acetylation by using acetic anhydride in the presence of Lewis acid. There is no chance of nitrogen in glucose. That's why the glucose molecule possesses 5 OH functional groups in its structure. Reduction to N-hexane. Glucose on reduction with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus yields N-hexane. Glucose undergo reduction by using reducing agent hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus. It gives N-hexane. See the N-hexane formula is CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Here in the product N-hexane, the 6 carbons are arranged in linear form. By this reaction, we can confirm the 6 carbons in glucose present in straight chain structure. There is no branch type of arrangement in glucose. It was confirmed by formation of the product N-hexane on reduction by using hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus. Glucose react with hydrogen cyanide to form glucose cyanohydride. Similarly, when it reacts with hydroxylamine, it forms corresponding oxime. Due to these reactions, the reaction suggests the glucose molecule possesses carbonyl functional group. Molecule, if possesses carbonyl functional group, that may be ketone or aldehyde, it reacts with hydrogen cyanide to form cyanohydride. It also reacts with hydroxylamine to form oxime. Glucose forms cyanohydride with hydrogen cyanide and it forms oxime with hydroxylamine. It indicates it possesses carbonyl functional group. Now the problem, the carbonyl functional group present in glucose, is it aldehyde or ketone? See, the both functional groups, ketone and aldehyde, both give cyanohydride with HCl, oxime with hydroxylamine. By confirming the carbonyl functional group in glucose, we are react with Tollens reagent. When glucose reduce Tollens reagent to metallic silver and it reduce failing reagent to a red precipitate, that is cuprous oxide. By this reaction, it suggests glucose possesses aldehyde functional group. Ketone functional group does not reduce the Tollens and failing reagents. Aldehyde functional group reduce the Tollens and failing reagents. So glucose reduce the Tollens and failing reagents. So the carbonyl functional group is aldehyde functional group. Next, oxidation. When glucose undergo oxidation, it forms gluconic acid. This oxidation is carried even by using mild oxidizing agent like bromine. See, glucose undergo oxidation in the presence of bromine. It forms the carboxylic acid, that is gluconic acid. The gluconic acid possesses 6 carbon. Glucose also possesses 6 carbons. It's mean only compound when have aldehyde functional group on oxidation, it gives the same number of carbon contained carboxylic acid is produced. Glucose have 6 carbons, gluconic acid have 6 carbon. So the carbonyl function group must be aldehyde. If it is ketone, it will give a carboxylic acid which have less number of carbon atoms compared to glucose. This is another oxidation. When glucose react with concentrated nitric acid, it forms saccharic acid. Saccharic acid is a dicarboxylic acid. Gluconic acid, it is a monocarboxylic acid. Saccharic acid, it is a dicarboxylic acid. Concentrated HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. The strong oxidizing agent HNO3 can oxidize aldehyde functional group as well as primary alcohol group. It indicates the glucose possesses aldehyde functional group and one primary alcohol group. Primary alcohol functional group also oxidized as carboxylic acid in the presence of concentrated nitric acid. Glucose gives dicarboxylic acid on oxidation by using concentrated nitric acid, that is, the carboxylic acid is saccharic acid. It indicates it possesses aldehyde functional group and also primary alcohol. On the basis of the above reactions, that is acetylation reaction, reaction with hydrogen cyanide, reaction with Tollens reagent, reduction by using hydrogenated phosphorus, and oxidation with bromine, oxidation with nitric acid. On the basis of above reaction, we can confirm the straight chain structure of glucose like this. Glucose possesses 5 hydroxy groups. Suppose when a molecule possesses 2 hydroxy groups on the same carbon, that will be unstable. Glucose is a stable molecule. So it indicates the 5 hydroxy group, each one is present on each carbon. So no 2 hydroxy groups are present on one carbon. So on the basis of the reactions, stability of the glucose, we can suggest, the scientists suggest this is the straight chain structure of glucose: CH2OH, CHOH, 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 CHO. This is the first carbon present as aldehyde. See, remaining 5 carbons possess 5 hydroxy groups. The last carbon present as primary alcohol. See, the 6 carbons are arranged in linear skeleton structure. Here, on the basis of the straight chain structure of glucose, it possesses 4 asymmetric carbons. See, the second carbon, see, CHOH, a third carbon, fourth, fifth carbon. These 4 carbons are asymmetric carbons. Glucose straight chain structure possesses 4 asymmetric carbons. When molecule possesses a asymmetric carbon, that exists as 2 optical isomers. If the number of asymmetric carbons are more than 1, according to formula 2 power n, optical isomers are possible. Glucose possesses 4 asymmetric carbons. According to formula 2 power n, here n is number of asymmetric carbon. 2 power 4, that is equal to 16. For this straight chain structure, 16 optical isomers are possible. Now the problem is, which one in these 16, which one is glucose? finding the absolute structure of glucose, Fischer and Tollens, some of the scientists, they do chemical reactions. On the basis of chemical reactions, they find out the absolute structure of glucose. For this structure, for this straight chain structure, 16 optical isomers are possible. The 16 optical isomers are considered as 8 pairs. 8 pairs. These 8 pairs present as image and mirror image. See the possible 16 optical isomers for the straight chain structure of glucose. See, the first one, the 6 carbons are arranged linear in structure. The 5 carbons are arranged right side. This is one type of configuration. This is the compound. The mirror image is like this. Here OH groups are present right side. Here OH groups are present left side. And these two optical isomers are possible to that suggested glucose straight chain structure. These two, another two. In this, the second carbon possesses OH left side, remaining third, fourth, fifth, the OH functional group present right side. In this way, the configuration is possible, a optical isomer is possible for the straight chain structure of glucose. This is the image, the mirror image is like this. See here, the OH functional group on second carbon present right side. The remaining carbons, the OH groups present in left side. In this way, the 4 optical isomers are formed, existed. See, this is another configuration. Here, the 4 asymmetric carbons, the second carbon OH is present at right side, and third carbon OH present left side. Remaining 2 asymmetric carbons, the OH functional group present right side. This is the image. The mirror image is like this. See here, the OH functional group present left side on second carbon, and third carbon OH present right side. In fourth and fifth carbons, the OH functional group present at left side. These two, image and mirror image. The another possible configuration is the second and third carbon, the asymmetric carbon, the OH configuration look like this. The OH present left side, remaining 2 stereo carbons, the OH functional group present right side. The mirror image see like this. Second and third carbon possess OH functional group right side. The fourth, fifth carbon, the OH possess left side. In this way, another 4 optical isomers are possible. See, another type of configuration in 4 asymmetric carbons. The second, third carbon possess OH right side. In the fourth carbon, the OH present left side, and the fifth carbon, the OH functional group present right side. This is the image. The mirror image is like this. In this, second and third carbons possess OH left side, on fourth carbon OH present right side, on fifth carbon OH present left side. In this way, 2 optical isomers are possible. See here, on the second carbon the OH present left side, on third carbon OH present right side, on fourth carbon OH present left side, on fifth carbon OH present right side. See the mirror image like this. Another 4 optical isomers are possible. See, another configuration possible optical isomers. The second carbon OH possesses right side, On third carbon, OH present left side. On fourth carbon, OH present again left side. On fifth carbon, OH present right side. See the mirror image. On second carbon, OH present left side. On third carbon, OH present right side. On fourth carbon, OH present right side. On fifth carbon, OH present left side. The another configuration, possible configuration. See, on second, third, fourth carbons, the OH is present left side. On the fifth carbon, the OH functional group present right side. The mirror image in that the OH functional groups present right side on second, third, fourth carbons. In fifth carbon, OH present left side. In this way, the 16 isomers are possible. See once again the possible optical isomers. See, OH on one side in the mirror image, that is right side. In the mirror image, OH is left side. See, the 3 OH right side, 3 OH function goes on third, fourth, fifth carbon, the mirror image. This is the 4 possible optical isomers. See some more possible optical isomers to the Streiten structure of glucose. See, yes, these are the 16 possible optical isomers. The configuration is like this. In these 6, which one is glucose? The main problem. See, in these 16 optical isomers are considered as 8 pairs on the basis of chemical reaction, and by using D-glycerolide as a reference, finally Emil Fischer find out the glucose absolute structure like this. On the basis of imagination of Emil Fischer, he find out absolute structure of glucose. See, in the absolute structure of glucose, on the second carbon, this possesses 4 asymmetric carbons, the second one, third, fourth, fifth. These 4 carbons are asymmetric carbons. In these 4 asymmetric carbons, on second asymmetric carbon, on the second carbon, the OH present right side. On third carbon, the OH present left side. In the remaining 2 asymmetric carbons, that is fourth carbon and fifth carbon, the OH present right side. This is the absolute configuration of glucose. This was proposed by Emil Fischer. He done an excellent research on carbohydrates. He find out the configuration of several carbohydrates. He received Nobel Prize in 1902. The absolute configuration of glucose is confirmed by X-ray analysis after 70 years later. This is the straight chain structure of glucose. The straight chain structure of glucose is confirmed by the reactions that are acetylation, reaction with HCl, reduction by using hydrogen iodide red phosphorus, reaction with Tollens and Fehling reagents, oxidation by using bromine, by using concentrated HNO3. On the chemical on the basis of the mentioned chemical reactions, they find out straight chain structure of glucose. Among the possible 16 isomers, Emil Fischer imagined the absolute structure of glucose is like this. See, next. Now, cyclic structure of glucose. Now, the problem is glucose, it does not exhibit some aldehyde functional group properties. According to straight chain structure, glucose possesses aldehyde functional group, but glucose it does not show some aldehyde group reactions. Glucose does not form addition product with sodium bisulfite. A carbonyl compound that may be aldehyde or ketone, it gives addition product with sodium sulfite. But glucose does not give addition product with sodium bisulfite. It does not give positive test with SIB reagent. The glucose, it exhibits a phenomena, that is mutarotation. What is mutarotation? So mutarotation means change in the specific rotation value. These some characteristics exhibited by glucose. Suppose when glucose possess aldehyde functional group, it must give addition product with sodium bisulfite. It must give positive test with SIB base, and also it cannot possible to exhibit mutarotation. On the basis of this peculiar characteristics, scientists proposed cyclic structure to glucose. Now what is mutarotation? It is change in the specific rotation value when glucose obtained by the recrystallization at 30 degrees centigrade from aqueous solution. The obtained glucose show specific rotation value plus 112 degree. Its specific rotation value changes from 112 degrees to 52.7 degree. So there is a change, that is decrease in the specific rotation value when you observe glucose which obtained from aqueous solution at 30 degrees centigrade by recrystallization. When glucose obtained from acidic solution at above 100 degrees centigrade by recrystallization, the product, that is obtained glucose, show specific rotation value plus 19 degrees. Its specific rotation value gradually changes, increases plus 19 degree to 52.7 degree. See, there is a change in the specific rotation value of glucose obtained at different conditions. On the basis of this decreasing and increasing values of specific rotation, we can tell it exhibit mutarotation. When glucose react with methyl alcohol HCl, it forms isomeric methyl glucosides. The isomeric methyl glucosides, these do not exhibit mutarotation. See, the glucose exhibit mutarotation, but the glucose derivative, that is methyl glucosides, which is obtained by treat with methyl alcohol HCl, the methyl glucoside do not exhibit mutarotation. See what a change. On the basis of above evidences, the scientists conclude that the aldehyde functional group is not free in glucose. Fischer and Tolen proposed a cyclic structure to glucose by internal reaction between aldehyde and OH functional groups. The glucose possesses aldehyde functional group and hydroxy functional groups. There is a possibility reaction between aldehyde and hydroxy functional group that leads to formation of cyclic structure. The scientists Fischer and Tollens proposed cyclic structure to glucose. See, this is the aldehyde functional group. See, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. These possess hydroxy functional groups. There is a possibility reaction between hydroxy functional group and aldehyde functional group. See, in carbonyl compounds, the carbonyl compounds when react with alcohol, initially it form hemiacetal, later it form acetal. Basis on that reaction, formation of acetal reaction, there is a possibility reaction between aldehyde and hydroxy functional group that leads to formation of cyclic structure. In cyclic form, here aldehyde functional group is not free. It is not in the form of CHO. It is not in free form due to cyclization. The Tollens and Fischer proposed this. The OH and the CHO in the glucose undergo interaction. There is the internal reaction, cyclization takes place that leads to formation of cyclic structure of glucose. See, like this, glucose cyclic structure like this, reaction between OH and the CHO. See, this is the 5-membered monosaccharide, ribose. In this also, the cyclization takes place between aldehyde functional group and OH functional group that leads to cyclic structure. See, this is the straight chain structure of glucose. CHO functional group is free here. OH and second on right side on second carbon, OH present left side on third carbon, OH present right side on fourth carbon, OH present right side on fifth carbon. See, the OH, the electron pair on oxygen is donate to carbonyl carbon that leads to cyclization. Due to cyclization, the first carbon changed as asymmetric carbon. When asymmetric carbon is formed, that can exist in two isomers. Due to asymmetric carbon, two optical isomers are formed. See, the CHO functional group changed as CHOH due to cyclization. See, the new formed OH may be present left side or may be present right side in cyclic structure. These two optical isomers are possible due to the first carbon changed as asymmetric carbon. In this one cyclic form, that is the OH present right side in first carbon is alpha D plus glucose. The another one, the OH present left side, that is beta D glucose. In this way, the glucose present or exist as two optical isomers. These are called anomers. We will see later. In D plus glucose, the OH is right side on first carbon. Alpha D plus glucose, OH present right side on first carbon. In beta D plus glucose, the OH present left side on first carbon. The remaining configuration is same in these two. See, here there is a possibility formation of cyclic structure, two cyclic structure to glucose due to internal cyclization, the reaction between aldehyde and OH functional groups. See here, aldehyde functional group is not in free form. That's why it does not give addition product with sodium bisulfite. It does not give positive test to C-base. See, the alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose, these two are existed. These two are interconvertible through straight chain structure of glucose. See, when D plus glucose is formed, its optical rotation value is decreases due to the D plus glucose changed as open chain structure. The open chain straight chain structure of glucose specific rotation value is 52.7 degrees. The alpha D plus glucose can converted as beta D plus glucose through straight chain structure of glucose. See, the possibility of interconversion, it leads to change in the specific rotation value. So glucose exhibits mutarotation. By proposed cyclic structure, we can explain what are the glucose do not exhibit due to aldehyde, even aldehyde group present. That is, there is no free aldehyde functional group in cyclic form. That's why it does not give addition product with sodium bisulfite. It does not give positive test with C-base. It, due to interconversion is possibility, it exhibit mutarotation. When the glucose react with methyl alcohol HCl, it forms isomeric methyl glucosides. In isomeric methyl glucosides, on the first carbon, instead of OH, OCH3 methoxyl group is present. Alpha methyl glucoside, the OH3 functional group present on right side on first carbon. In beta methyl glucoside, the OH present left side on first carbon. Due to presence of methyl group, the cyclic structure does not changed as open chain structure. It is not easy to cleave the cyclic structure, the bond between first carbon and fifth carbon oxygen. So methyl glucoside do not possess mutarotation. Here in glucose, the cyclic structure isomers, there is a possibility of cleavage of ring. That's why it exhibits mutarotation. This type of cleavage is not possible in the case of methyl glucosides. So the methyl glucosides do not exhibit mutarotation. See, this is the glucose. When methyl alcohol HCl react with the glucose, it forms alpha methyl glucoside, beta methyl glucoside. Here, due to presence of methyl group on first carbon as methoxy functional group, it is not easy to cleave the ring. That's why even though these two isomeric glucosides are present, there is no possibility of ring cleavage. That's why it does not exhibit mutarotation. See, in the case of glucose, here OH is there on first carbon. Due to presence of hydrogen, it is easy to cleave the ring and it changed as straight chain structure. In the case of the optical isomers of glucose, that may be alpha glucose or beta glucose. In this way, glucose exhibit mutarotation value. See, the straight chain structure does not fulfill some aldehyde properties, So scientists proposed cyclic structure due to possibility reaction between first carbon aldehyde in the glucose and fifth carbon OH leads to cyclic structure. Due to cyclic structure, we can explain what are the properties does not show positive test, does not give positive towards that reactions even aldehyde is present. See, this is the open chain structure or straight chain structure and cyclic structure of glucose. Next class we will see the ring size of the glucose cyclic structure.